Chapter 13. Shut your face. Who on earth is he? Inquired Mr. Stern, as Mr. Stink trudged in his filthy striped pyjamas to the back door. There was a silence for a moment. Mother's eyes bulged out of their sockets, and Annabel looked like she was about to shriek or vomit or both. "Oh, he's the tramp who lives in our shed," said Chloe. "The tramp who lives in our shed?" repeated Mother incredulously. She looked at her husband with black fire in her eyes. He gulped. "I told you she was hiding something in there, Mother," exclaimed Annabel. "He wasn't there when I looked," protested Dad. "He must have concealed himself behind a trowel." "What a wonderful woman you are, Mrs. Croom," said Mr. Stern. "I read about your policies on the homeless, about driving them off the streets. I had no idea you meant we should drive them into our homes and let them come and live with us." "Well, I," spluttered Mother, lost for words. "I can assure you I'm going to write an absolutely glowing piece about you now. This will make the front page. You could be the next Prime Minister of the country." "My sausages," said Mr. Stink as he entered the dining room. "Excuse me," said Mother, before putting her hand over her mouth in horror at the smell. "Forgive me," said Mr. Stink. "It's just that I asked your daughter Chloe for some sausages 2 hours ago, and my sincerest apologies, but I am getting rather peckish." "You say I could be the next Prime Minister of the country, Mr. Stern?" said Mother thoughtfully. "Yes, it's so kind of you, allowing a dirty old smelly tramp like this. I mean, no offence." "None taken," replied Mr. Stink without hesitation. "To come and live with you. How could you not be elected as an MP now?" Mother smiled. "In that case," she said, turning to Mr. Stink, "how many sausages would you like, my very good friend, who lives in my shed and hardly stinks at all?" "No more than 9, please," replied Mr. Stink. 9 sausages coming right up, with poached eggs, bacon, mushrooms, grilled tomatoes, bread and butter, and brown sauce on the side, please." "Certainly, my extremely close and beloved friend," came the voice from the kitchen. "You smell so rank, I think I'm going to die," said Annabel. "That's not nice, Annabel," said Mother breezily from the kitchen. "Now come and help me in here, darling. There's a good girl." Annabel ran to the sanctuary of the kitchen. "It stinks in here now as well," she screamed. "Shut your face," snapped Mother. "So tell me, tramp," said Mr. Stern, leaning in towards Mr. Stink before the smell got to him and he leaned back, "is it just you living in the shed?" "Yes, just me, and of course my dog, the Duchess." "He's got a dog?" cried Mother anxiously from next door. "And how do you find living here?" continued Mr. Stern. "Nice," said Mr. Stink, "but I warn you, the service is painfully slow."